as regards the obedience, saying is obey or not, and Dr. Abati, you can't be judge or begrudge a group of persons for having a firm mindset of support. Yes, that's democracy. If it doesn't go their way afterwards, they will see what is on ground. But you cannot say that they have the right not to be able to toot their candidate. People will toot their candidates. There's no harm.
We kick off with the 2023 presidential candidate, Peter Obi, who took to the streets of Abuja from Abaji to Kwali, Zuba, Gwagwalada and Amak in the lead up to the February 21st FCT local government elections to show support for the African Democratic Congress ADC candidates in those constituencies. Walking through the streets of the various local government areas with his supporters, he engaged with citizens and listened to their concerns, as he declared that he is not scared and that he is in this election to change the lives of our children.
Nigeria. Let nobody make you lose hope. I'm not here. I'm not scared of anybody. And for me, I'm in this election. We must have a better Nigeria for our children.
Well, meanwhile, the ADC has unveiled a 50-member Wise Men and Women Policy and Manifesto Committee to be chaired by Chief John Odigi Oyegun, with Professor Pat Utomi as the deputy chair. However, the main conversation here is, can Peter Obi secure the ADC presidential ticket? We can see the goodwill on the ground. We can see that the numbers came out for him in the FCT yesterday. So a lot of conversation happening around that. Dr. Abati, I'll come to you first.
Well, I mean, straight up, Mr. Peter Obi has made it clear that, you know, the greatness of Nigeria is possible with P and O in capital letters. And he has been very consistent that he's in this business of politics, of leading Nigeria to serve the people, to improve the welfare of the people. And he has every legitimate right to say so, whether it is in the south or it is on the streets of Abuja, FCT, where they are having elections, municipal elections there, you know, in the FCT. So what I do not agree with is some people saying they are in a position to dictate who should become the candidate when the primaries come up. He's in the ADC, and he has also made it clear that he's going to run to win, particularly at the primaries level. But there are other contestants. The only concern about people is the rhetoric coming from Obedience. The person is called Obedience, who has almost been as magisterial, judgmental as some other persons involved in the matter, saying that it must be Peter Obi by force. You know, in a democratic process, you cannot dictate the outcome of a process. And I would just say, you know, the people in the ADC and also the members of the obedient movement should know that politics is also, you know, about respecting the rights of other people, you know, to make a free choice. Either within the party, we should have internal democracy, or in the general field where the rights of the people to choose should be respected.
Absolutely. I know there were also some concerns that maybe the Obi factor of 2023 had died down, and some of these visuals, you know, making people question whether that's really the reality, although it's just FCT. But that conversation is still happening there, whether the Obi factor can sweep through the same way it did in 2023. Ayo.
All right. So let me just say that every single election from now till the main elections in 2027 is going to be important, critical, and a show of just how much political muscle and power that each individual or each candidate carries. And of course, the conversation has been around since the defection formally from the Labour Party to the ADCs, that can Peter Obi work the magic he did. Because whether we like it or not, the Labour Party was almost non-existent before he came with his obedience movement. We energized the party and actually came third according to INEC's release of results at the last presidential elections. That was a massive feat for anyone to achieve. And so the big question is that if he's able to achieve this, would the ADC look at the potential for their chances at winning or clinching that presidential slot during the elections of 2027 and put this into consideration with him getting the ticket? You know, against big heavyweights like Atiku, you've brought Rotimi Amechi a number of times. You've been pushing it. Let's not forget
not
him.
Pushing it.
No, not pushing it, but like you always remind us
yes.
that there's another person.
Because he fought a good fight in the last.
And whether we like it or not,
primary.
he also has his own political clout. So just to mention that this is a big show, that Peter Obi still has the a magic touch with his people. He's still in touch with the obedience, and maybe this might be the upsets that a number of the coalitions are looking forward to come 2027. Let's see how he consolidates on this.
All right. Well,
I don't like to get ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Number one, Obi still has his touch, but I don't think it will impact his local council elections in Abuja because elections are local. If ADC does not have a strong candidate on ground and you think because Obi went there to campaign, nothing will happen. No. Obi equally went to campaign for Mogalu that has now left the Labour Party in Anambra State. After using the Labour Party, nothing still happened. So let's not delude ourselves. I'll tell you the pure facts. Secondly, as regards the obedience saying is Obi or not, and Dr. Abati, you can't be judge or begrudge a group of persons for having a firm mindset of support. Yes, that's democracy. If it doesn't go their way afterwards, they will see what is on ground. But you cannot say that they have the right not to be able to toot their candidate. People will toot their candidates. There's no how. I think for me also, as regards this ADC committee coming together, is the fact that hope they are not already making mistakes now. A case of Yemi Adamolekun is there. So how did the ADC go put Yemi Adamolekun on a team where she has not agreed to be part of? It shows some of their shenanigans to start with. And I keep saying all of these things. Please, they must be able to look internally and look very well and get their processes right so that people will not be talking anyhow to them.
Absolutely. Well, I think one of the big themes really is to see whether internal democracy will actually succeed when the ADC primary comes about, because, of course, we know the reputation that primaries have, and we look forward to seeing how that plays out.